So here the title, Tutors Live Form Validations. So here comes the body. So inside the body, in the form, I say name equal to, let's call this as registration form. I don't have to use, I should not use spaces over there. So I'll use method equal to post, okay? Because method equal to get. Taufik, you remember what the difference between post and get? So on submit, we did not speak about on submit event. Today we'll see the on submit event. Written, let's say validate. Yeah, Taufik, just go ahead and type what is the difference between get and post, if you can remember. So let's see first our HTML5. So placeholder, let's say name equal to email. Okay, I need to have an ID too if I want, and I'll just copy this and say name, 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 and this is text we don't have. So let's see. I'll save this as JS validations.html. Alright, here I'll use a BR. And here I use another BR. I can use Twitter Bootstrap, but yeah, we'll use Twitter Bootstrap. So here type equal to submit, name equal to submit, I'll call it a submit, and value equal to submit. So post will not fetch, get will fetch the data and the URL. Right, great. So instead of saying fetch, okay, I say get will transfer. Get will carry data via URL, post will carry data via headers. Okay, get can carry only a limited amount of data, whereas post can carry at least 2 MB of data, as the PHP configurations I remember. I hope I'm correct. And get is faster, they say, and post is, since it's in the header, it gets carried away at the last, so it's not that faster. And while uploading your images or any attachments, okay, then you have to use definitely post, because it's a huge data, as get is not suggested when you are uploading files to the server. Okay, so that's the difference between get and post. So just remember this is a very important question while you're going for interviews again. Okay, so let's see what we got over there. So file, I don't want to do that, that's really creepy. So yeah, here it is. So open here, you see there, you can use Bootstrap there. Let's go ahead and use Bootstrap. So here link href equal to styles or style, what we got there, oh, it's styles bootstrap.min.css, right, and rel equal to style sheet. And here I'll say form, the form class equal to form horizontal, I guess, I don't know, or form inline, I don't know. And this class is equal to form input or group, I don't know. No, let's see what it got. Oh no, it's doing something over there. Let's see if this is loading or not. Yeah, Bootstrap is loading. All we gotta do is, oh, CSS, go CSS, then forms. Okay, it's role equal to form. So that's a form over there. We don't want to use that form. Well, it's nothing so amusing over here. So class, there's no class for input. Some stupid classes over there. I don't want that actually. So let me see what I got here. Input groups. Let's see. Oh, even this is creepy. So let's scrape that off. All right, let's take off. I don't want to burden. All right. So here we go. Right. So now you see, when I type this, see it's something in red order. Okay, let's use some classes here. That doesn't look good. Class equal to input, or I'll call this as form input. Okay, I'll use the same for and this be form button, let's say a form submit. All right, and this be class equal to registration form. Let's see. However, I'll link href equal to styles form.css. Let's say form.css will equal to style sheet. Okay, I'm just adding some styles here. So let me quickly write a style sheet here. So form input is one class, then form submit is one class, then dot registration form is one class. So I'll save this in styles as form.css. Form.css. Alright, let's see now what we got here.